Hello girls, and welcome to Tick/Rant/Inspiration Week. So it's very broad and there's a lot that you could do with it, so I'm going to go ahead and break it into little aspects of my life. So category number one is going to be my pet peeves, or the things that make me tick. It's hard to really have a list of your pet peeves off the top of your head when they're not currently happening in your immediate presence, but here we go. Crying children, pilled clothes, smacking your lips while eating, people that think they know everything about the world and try to teach you something every time you talk to them. When you put on lipstick and then you eat something and then it just looks like you have lip liner around your lips for the rest of the day. The fact that most clothing stores that are catering to young adults make clothes that don't even fit around my butt. People who try to peer pressure me into things that I'm adamant about not doing. It's my life, they're my choices, it's none of your business what I do. And my final and last pet peeve, which is my biggest pet peeve, is people copying me. I used to have this friend in elementary school who would literally do everything that I did. I would get something. I would get a piece of clothing or something, the next day she would have it. It was ridiculous, and I've always kind of been like this. I don't know where it came from or when it started, but I like to be my own individual person. I like to have clothes that stand out. When I was getting prom dresses and stuff, I would buy dresses that looked like they weren't from a department store because I wanted to have a different dress than everyone else there. You know, I want to be my own person, and so I hate it when something teensy like that makes me feel like I am not an individual anymore. So next category, how I like to live my life. So I'm a Christian. I've grown up in a Christian household my entire life. I think you guys pretty much know that. I really don't like being stern with people or being rude to people. I don't think there's a reason to be like that. I think that even if you don't get along with someone, you still need to be kind to them and you need to just deal with it. There's no reason for you to lash out at someone. I used to work with a girl, she was actually a co-section leader with me, and she had the personality where she thought that it was okay to put people down if she didn't like them, and she didn't like a lot of people, and it was usually never anything that they had specifically done. She just didn't like people. And she would put them down, and she would hurt them, and she would scare them, and it was just terrible, and I just don't see a point in that. Why can't you just live kindly with people? Why do you have to? What gives you the right to tear someone to pieces? Here's my tattoo. It's going to read nevertheless. It's probably going to be on my foot. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but I want to get it definitely. And nevertheless is just to remind me that no matter what I'm going through, there's always going to be someone else who's going through harder times, and there's always going to be something good in my life that I can rely on, and I don't have to let everything get me down. So nevertheless, there will always be, you know, something worse, something better, and I don't have to, you know, be down on myself all the time. I'm trying to be more spontaneous because I know that if I sit around and talk about things that I want to do, they're never going to happen. I have to just go for them and do them, and it's really been kind of hard being on campus last year. I thought it was going to be a lot more easy in college, but it wasn't. But I'm hoping that this year it will bring more stuff for us to do, and I'm really excited for it. And you know, if we want to drive down to the beach in the middle of the night on one weekend and get to California and be on the beach for the weekend and then drive back in the middle of the night the next day, you know, we should do it. That's what college is for. We're never going to have time to do this again. Why don't we just put off homework for one weekend, you know? On to the next category, things that lift me up. So when I get in a funk, I get in a major funk, and I was actually in a funk yesterday, and nothing helped me get out of my funk yesterday, and I don't know what it was, but there are a few things that help me a lot, and one of those things is just driving with music on. That's why I don't really like to carpool that often, because I really like just enjoying driving. I like to just be alone. That's my time alone. Another thing is music. I will blast punk rock music into my ears as loud as I can. Another thing is watching YouTube videos. There are some people that really inspire me and really help me get out of my funk, and one of those is CTFXC, and I know I talk about them all the time, but I think you guys should definitely start watching them. Charles and Ali Trippy, and they're just so inspiring. And that segues nicely into my next topic, which is things that inspire me. There are a lot of things that inspire me, but I think the main big one that I want to talk about is anyone who goes against the grain, anyone who goes against society, anyone who does what no one would expect them to do and follows their dreams and is just able to go out and do whatever without anyone holding them down. Those are the people that inspire me. YouTubers inspire me because they're making a living on YouTube, and you know, people that aren't a part of the YouTube community may think that's insane and not understand it at all, but hey, I think that is amazing. They get to film, they get to do whatever they want to do, they get to film their lives and still do, you know, everything with their family and travel and see the world and still have a job, and that's amazing. Art inspires me. Shows like Doctor Who inspire me because they're so creative. Music inspires me. Basically anything artsy inspires me. Nature inspires me sometimes. I'm sorry guys, I just don't even know what to talk about anymore. So I think I'm gonna leave you. See you guys later.